Shalom, shalom. We the Hebrew Israelite Chicago branch. Before we get started, like always, we want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, the elder bishops out of Connecticut, we send double honors because they do rule well. For the brethren around the world, push this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, breaking down the prophecies and the interaction with the people on the planet. We send a hearty shalom. For the Aquat, the fear and the true, also. But for the Scorn Scoff, we represent 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations. This message is basically not for you because you're not meant to get it anyway. Anyway, we were sitting here and talking about how a man can gain the world and lose his soul and these types of things. So, and it just made me think about Terry Crews and the bullshit that he's got going on and how, he brags about beating up his father and this, that, and other. So we're gonna let that play, and then we're going to come back in with some scriptures behind that and break that down and show how this motherfucker then gained the world, but his mindset was never right. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna let this play. Hold on. Here we go. I beat up my own father. I beat my father's ass as a grown man because he was a drunk. I went through my whole life him beating up my mother. This is my earliest memory was him hitting my mother in the face as hard as he could. That's my earliest memory. And that told me, oh damn, it's his world. Okay? He ruled through intimidation. He ruled through physical force. And we were scared of him, man. My whole life I was scared of my father. I peed in the bed. I was 14 years old. Because I wake up, I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm afraid of my father. I would never fight my father. Come on, man. World champion, because I know he would shoot you. He would kill you. He would kill you. I knew that for a fact. I knew that as an adult, I was always respectful. He needed money. I would make sure I gave him money. I didn't be on his bad side. But see, I did the same thing. I was a pleaser. I was like, you want another beer? Here's another beer. You want this? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But pull your pants up. My pants up, sir. But this is the thing. I became a grown man. And I said, look, I'm going to bring my family home. I'm going to bring my kids home for Christmas. I played the NFL. I had done this thing. I said, listen, I'm going to bring my kids home for Christmas. I said, please, just don't act up. Just please. My kids have never seen it. My kids have never seen nothing crazy. Man, I bring them home. I'm out there hanging out with my wife and my kids. I'm hanging out with my wife. We about to go out. My kids are left them at home. Man, I get a call from my aunt. Oh, my God. He hit your mama in the face. He knocked her tooth sideways. He knocked her tooth loose. I said, what? Are you kidding me? Like, I spent my whole life trying to keep my kids out of this. And all of a sudden, I bring you on one time. I just ask you, promise me you're not going to trip. And he just did that to show me he could do whatever he wanted to do. I said, take the kids to the aunt's house. I dropped my wife off at the aunt's house, drove to the house. I went home. He was still there. I said, man, it's me and you. And I beat his ass for hours. Now, Mike, let me tell you something. What blew me away, though, I thought I would feel some satisfaction from that. I thought I would get some sort of release. And I got nothing. Man, look, I was sitting there like, this don't work, dog. This don't work. I got revenge. Wait, I got all the revenge I wanted. He was lying there talking about, do him, please. Because he's an old man now. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right. Hey, man, all this beating people ass stuff, it don't work. When you look at the results of what happened, I was like, I was left emptier. I was just like him. Okay, we're going to stop it right there. Because, like I said, he got nothing out of it. But the scriptures show that he wasn't even in the right state of mind to even begin with. So y'all pull them scriptures up, start bringing that out. Because the man he said that he had accomplished football, he was acting, he was doing all these things, had notoriety, and all these other kinds of things, fame, fortune, and all this other kind of stuff. But in his mind, he couldn't let go of what he was as a kid and what was going on, because instead of looking for help for his father, he beat him. Beat him for hours, what he said.
And on top of that, if you notice, he said he was an old man. Like, He be the old man.
Oh, you be the old man. Like he ain't got no strength. Like he was basically helpless, man. And I'm not justifying the part that he was old because he's his father first and foremost. According to scriptures, they say honor your father and your mother. But still, he was old. Why would you put your hands on him, man? That shit is madness, man. But it show you how our people is emotions.
The men are emotional,
and they cannot control themselves, man.
Right. So let's bring these scriptures out.
So I'm gonna grab the law about that because you know what I mean. That's important. It's Exodus 20:12. It says, "Honor thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land, which Yahweh thy power giveth thee." You know, and that's the breakdown. You know what I mean? The Lord gave a strict commandment to honor them. Beating your father's ass is not honoring him. You know, despite how you feel about it, what came up, you know, you came out of his body. He didn't come out of yours.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Lord is, you know, he don't play no games when it comes to stuff like that. You know, and I got another right quick to explain to you what happens. It's Exodus 21:15. And this is what happens if you don't honor your mother and father. And this is, you know, the Lord is strict, and it's not, you know, it's not a gray area. It's cut and dry with Yahweh Shemel Shai. He said, "And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death." This is the commandment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So in nowhere in your mind should you ever think that it was all right to put your hands on your father.
Not at all.
Not at all. Like Zaquan just said, if anything, you would go get him some help. You know what I mean? And then you would go get you some help from your childhood trauma.
Honestly, mind your fucking business. It's none of your fucking business what your father do to your mother, man. That is their fucking business, man. It's like you shouldn't have no say so what another man do with his wife, man. That's their business. What they got going on is what they got going on, man.
Because you never have an idea or a clue as to, you know, a female knows that she physically can't get at a man.
No.
So she'll get at a man through words. She'll get at a man through deeds, saying little sly, you know, underhanded shit. And this is what they do. They know they can't confront you physically or up front like that because I've said it myself in my own relationship. I've had females that will talk crazy or talked crazy to me, and it's like I don't understand how you can even take your mouth and say this type of shit when you done seen me confront another man, and it was laid out and implied that if you can't handle this way, we can always go the other way.
Right.
So men understand it. Like I said, there's a certain amount of respect you got to bring to the table at all times. Because if you don't, this can go physical, and how much damage can wind up being done can wind up being way above what you thought it was going to be in the first place. Because you never know what that next man might already be dealing with. So he's already a powder keg ready to snap, and maybe he didn't put his hands on his wife or whatever. But guess what? He's looking for the next one. I just used to hear me say this. 911. 911. You want to be the next one? You want to be the next one?
Right.
Because you're going to need 911 when I get through with you.
Well, so I want to cut you off, but that's what a lot of women does, man.
Yep, they say that shit to you and whatnot. They say that shit. They'll dial that 911 and look at you and say, "Do you want to be that last one, nigga?" No. And this, that, and other. Yep. Whereas my thing has always been and whatnot. Okay, well, guess what? I was looking for a motherfucker to volunteer to get his ass whooped. Is that you today?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to be that dude, guess what? I got no problem stepping up to that table and being that. So this is what I'm saying. So you never know. So that's why the Ak here, you know, Manak was saying what he was saying the way he was saying it. You leave them alone because I've had that right up here at the end of the Rainbow Lounge when it was up here. Right. And this motherfucker was going in on this girl, and I thought about it then. I was 25 years old, fresh out the military, on swole the whole deal, and I was about to get in the middle of it, and then something in the spirit told me, you don't know what the fuck she might have said to trigger that. And whatnot. And if this motherfucker got a little small-ass pistol, which you could probably nullify it, but now look at how much you done expose yourself to, getting into some shit that ain't even yours. And then if you beat him the fuck down, who's to say that she ain't gonna get in the middle of it, talking about she don't want you beating her man like that?
There's been a lot of times that happens.
Yep.
Soon as you jump in a fight, now she helping out.
Yeah, exactly.
Just mind your fucking business, man.
Said mellow down to the other people's
Other
matters.
matters.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
so pull up.
But can I give you the balance of that too? You said he would be put to death if he transgressed against his mother and father, right?
Right.
But if you don't, because that's a curse, but it's a blessing to it too. We're going to give you the balance of it.
Go ahead.
It's Ephesians 6:1. It say, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. He didn't obey his parents, man. He ain't by beating his father is not obeying your parents, man. It say, verse 2, honor the father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise, right? So what's the first commandment of promise? It say, and the brother bring it out the first. If you obey your parents, what? You have extended life. That's one of the reasons why we have curses upon us now. Because we have transgressed the Heavenly Father. And why you think Jake get killed 12 or 13 years old, man? Now, we don't live long life no more.
That's right.
All because of these curses.
And these curses go back to Deuteronomy 28th chapter, where it says that the woman I will be evil toward her husband and toward her young ones. So, you know, and you I used to hear that on the bus all the time. You look like your damn father.
Y'all, they said all the time. And they get furious, then they take their
They
aim on the kids.
Yeah.
Especially women. Man, it's crazy.
Yep.
But you want to get the Sirach. Get the Sirach the third time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
get
is
to 13.
Sirach.
3:10, read through 13.
Come on, this Sirach 3 and verse 10. It say, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for their father dishonor, and is no glory within to thee.
So if you dishonor your father, if you dishonor your father, you don't get no glory for that. Like I said, we all look at that and understand it from the biblical standpoint now. It's like, you sound like you was a simp. You know, you sound like a simp. And in actuality, like I said, there's another sit down on this that I will go try to mix together, but I'm not going to go there. But anyway, I'm messing with these two brothers I'm playing with right now. But anyway, where this same big bad ex-NFL linebacker got his feelings hurt fucking around with a fucking talent agent. So, you know, like I said, he part of Hollywood and all the motherfucking fucked up shit that goes on out there. And he subjects himself to that shit, but then he didn't subject himself, he didn't humble himself to it at his father and whatnot and deal accordingly there. Okay? But he humbled himself to a man that was closer to his own age and he should have been beating his ass for what he did. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Fast. It say verse 11, for the glory of a man is from the honor of his father.
Right.
And a mother is dishonor and a reproach to the children.
Go ahead. Yeah, so if a mother don't take care, like I said, what we say, women out there snapping out on their kids and whatnot, she don't bring no honor to that whole scenario. It's like, damn, you know, if they acting up out here in the street, you the motherfucker that's raising them.
Yeah, and then they get mad. They get mad because a lot of children want to buck up against the parents. You the one that reasonable. Beat his ass until you train up a child or whoop a child and you would train them up as they go.
Hey, man, they also tell you to beat him with many stripes.
Many stripes.
That's it. He will not
depart.
He will,
Train up a child the way he should go, and he won't depart.
Yeah, he won't depart, and also he won't. It says if you hit him with many stripes, and he won't die. So even though this motherfucker want to act like he's gonna die from you hitting his ass and whatnot, what he gonna learn is he don't want to get hit like that.
Teach them a little discipline, man. Teach them that it's consequences for your actions. That's what the world don't teach people, man. Why you think if you transgress in Esau world, soon as you do a crime, what he do? He lock your ass up. So that you won't do that shit again.
Right.
That's the same thing with a father. Father will whoop your ass so what? You won't do it again, but a mother want to talk to you.
Right.
Mother want to, no, it's okay. No, you can't pacify that. It's consequences, but it doesn't go the same way when it comes down to the children, to the parents. It don't mean you grow up and then you hate your mother. No, they just discipline you, showing you the proper way to grow up as a person, as a human being, man.
Yeah.
But these people don't do that because they so emotional. They teach you in this world to be so emotional to a point that you react on everything you see.
Yeah, that knee-jerk reaction on every damn thing. Not applying wisdom, not understanding nothing. Just like you said, just straight emotional.
That's emotional, man.
Go ahead, John. No, go ahead.
I got one more. There's one more verse. It said verse 12, right? 10 and 12. It say
13.
13. So verse 12 say, "My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth."
Grieve him not. So even though, like I said, he might not be totally there. That's what made me say, if you can't talk to him and can't get it worked out, get him some help, or whatever the case might be. Maybe he's got some issues or whatnot. Cause see, we living through these curses, and maybe he's got some psychological shit that's going on as well.
That's right.
So maybe you can get him some help. You big money bags.
Exactly.
Get him some help. Talk him off that ledge too.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It say, "And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and depart him not when thou art in their full strength."
So you shouldn't be turning your back on him. You in your full strength. He's diminished, and now you want to what?
Like you big and bad. Like you tough with your goofy ass.
Yeah, like I said.
Right, like you said, you didn't try that shit when you was younger.
Right. You didn't do it when you was younger, and you didn't do it to the other motherfucker that molested your ass.
Right, and you wasn't supposed to do it either. That's your father. You're supposed to honor him. So, you know what I mean? Regardless of what's going on, the scriptures is clear that you're supposed to honor your father. You are not supposed to challenge your father's authority. Period. The scriptures didn't authorize that. The scriptures is clear, man. So you, like you said, in this Esau's kingdom, it's all upside down. It's all out of course. You think, you know what I mean, right is you think wrong is right and right is wrong.
Right.
That scripture, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Read
That's Sirach 30 and 1. It say, "He that loveth his son calls him often to feel the rod, that he might have joy of him in the end."
So guess what? This man was getting on his son, and his son actually became a success, but his son didn't understand what it took for the discipline to keep him out of trouble.
Right.
But he feared his father. Why? Because of the fact that he knew his father would beat his ass.
Yep.
Okay, so he wasn't walking around in that fuck the world, I do what the fuck I want type of mindset.
Yep.
And I didn't do that either. Like I said, my dad was an auto mechanic. He was pulling motherfucking motors out with just him. And there's that another. So, no, it wasn't none of that. Like I said, I tell that story all the time. I was like 105, 115 pounds. And when I'm in fifth grade, my father grabbed my ass with one hand, picked me up, and was whooping my ass. I'd be running in the air.
Yeah, but that's a powerful point that you just said, Saquon. Both of y'all. The fact that your father raised you to be the man you are, and you regarded it not.
Yeah.
That's a powerful point. Without the father's stern discipline, nigga, you would have never made it to the NFL. You wouldn't have made it to Hollywood. Nigga, you would have been, like you said, a drug addict on the street corner doing other shit.
Right.
So how in the fuck you gonna forget the good that your father had done to make you the man you are? So that's a powerful point y'all just made. You know what I mean? You missed all that. Right. You talk about the bad shit as if if it was bad. The chastisement was for a moment. You didn't factor in the good shit that led you to be the man you are.
Yeah, cause he was fearful. So guess what? All that shit that was in the street that was coming his way as a kid, as a teenager, he avoided all that shit. And the fear of his father drove 90% of that shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
I can tell you from personal experience.
Right.
Fearing my dad, knowing that he would get my ass. And I told y'all even before we went to do this, I was in fifth grade and feared my dad. But if I'd have had the choice and my grades would have let me been able to do it, I would go choose my dad, even though I knew that my mom would have been the softer touch or whatnot. But I was my mama's baby. But I was going to choose my dad, even though I knew he would get my ass.
Yeah.
Okay? But like I said, he don't understand how the discipline actually saved him from it. And in actuality, read that scripture that you got now.
And say, read it again?
Yeah, read it again.
This Sirach 30 and 1. It say, "He that loveth his son causeth him often to feel the rod."
So he gonna get his ass beat a lot.
that he might have joy of him in the end.
So you get that joy in the end. Like I said, and I told Kanasa that all the time. If I got to pick between being your dad and your friend, I'll be your dad first. Maybe I'll be your friend down the road. Go ahead.
It said, he that challengeth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice in him among his acquaintance.
So, hey, you think when Terry was playing football in the NFL, his dad wasn't talking about that's my boy?
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
It said, he that teases his son grievous the enemy, and before him his friends shall rejoice in him. Though his father died, yet he is, although he was not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself.
So Terry shows that he didn't understand or didn't take none of biblical scripture. Whether he understood it or not, he didn't even take in principle the scripture of getting your kid's ass when they get out of pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't take that into account. And there's no telling what his kids in their background and in the back of their mind they might have or be capable of doing, because they never had to really deal with no harsh discipline that and the consequences that come from fucked up ass thoughts, not thought through and not sat on and let slide. You get these motherfuckers like what was that? Winona Ryder back in the day, how she used to go in and shoplift and shit like that.
Yep.
They said, "You're a millionaire bitch. Why you going in the store shoplifting?
Stupid.
What the fuck that shit?"
Right.
But maybe if she was still in as a kid, somebody whooped her ass, she wouldn't even have that desire to do it. But she got away with it so much as a kid, this could lead to her wanting to do that even as a rich ass adult.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, read.
Yeah. You had the Micah 1 and 6.
That's
You want
cool.
that?
Yeah. Finish the scriptures. Let's get finished the scriptures.
So a lot of people on the phone. Not much to cut off on me.
I got it. You said Micah.
I think it was Micah.
Yeah, Micah 1.
Yeah, Micah 1 and 6.
This Micah. I'm sorry.
You put up the next one that you see on the list.
This Micah 1 and 6. It said, a son honor his father, and a servant his master. So a son's supposed to honor his father, just
like a servant honors his master.
Right? It said, and then be a father, which is, if then I be a father, where is my honor? And that's what the Lord said to us as Israelites. We have transgressed and did all this adultery stuff, and the Lord looking at us like, where's my honor? Where's my honor as a father? It say, and I be a master, where is my fear? Said the Lord of hosts unto ye, O priests that despise my name, ye say, where have I despised my name? And as us growing up, we have not showed that honor to our father, man. The same way Terry Crews had done to his father, man.
Right.
That's why we need the Lord, man.
That's it.
And I'm glad we came to this truth, because we know the proper way to serve our father now, man.
Right.
That's right.
And how you supposed to serve in meekness and humbleness in the process of this thing being what it is. And like you said, men don't have a clue for the most part, especially in Israel, how they even supposed to go through life. They don't even understand how they're supposed to go through life. They get bamboozled into thinking that they're supposed to cater to a woman to get this and do that and blah 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 and all this other kind of stuff. And then you turn around and you do these things. She gets bored with you because you're boring, because she can get what she wants from you. So now she doesn't respect you. And they even show you that in the movie. Remember when he asked Sonny, do you want to be loved or feared? He said, I'd rather be feared.
Yeah.
Okay? You'd rather be feared. Because, see, fear keep a motherfucker from doing shit because of the fact that they know if they get caught or if it comes to life, they don't want to deal with the consequences. And this is the thing. Our people nowadays, they like everything to still be in the dark.
Yeah.
They like that darkness and shit. They don't want the light because the light reveals how they supposed to live, and they don't want that shit. Nah, that's too hard. I can't do this. I can't eat my pork. I can't this. I can't that. They just want to have it their way. They think life is Burger King. They can have it their way.
That's right.
Okay, whatever you got.
This is this Proverbs 30:11. It says, "There's a generation that curses their father and doth not bless their mother."
See, he absolutely did that. Yeah. He absolutely blessed his mother and cursed his father. Even though the curse came down the other way. She was going to be evil. She was the one that was going to be evil toward her husband. She was the one that was going to be evil toward her children and this, that, and the other. And that evil and festivity that she have in life, because maybe it ain't as comfortable as she wants. And it doesn't matter how comfortable it can be. It still ain't comfortable enough.
No.
Okay? Look, Bill Gates' wife got a divorce from him. My boy James, 6-figure guy, built a $315,000 house. His wife wanted a bigger house and whatnot, and wasn't working, and couldn't explain how the $175,000 7-year balloon payment was going to get paid out of just his check and this, that, and the other, even though she was supposed to go back to work. See, that's what I'm saying. So no matter how much a motherfucker got, it ain't never enough. What, Left Eye got pissed off at Andre Rison burnt his $800,000 fucking mansion in Atlanta down years ago and whatnot. She threw it in what she thought was a marble tub, but it was a ceramic tub with a marble look to it, and that shit melted through and burnt up the whole motherfucking house and shit, and this, that, and the other. See what I'm saying? These bitches are crazy. Right. And you would drive yourself crazy and cool, as they say, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Right. You would drive yourself crazy trying to make them fucking happy. But look, he beat his daddy ass, and what he say? He had no satisfaction from doing it. He got no satisfaction at all. So you beat your daddy's ass, you felt like shit behind it, and you got no satisfaction. Your daddy now looks at you and whatnot. Ain't no telling. Like I said, you're lucky your daddy ain't got had Marvin Gaye's daddy's fucking mentality, because he'd have caught your ass slipping one day and smoked your ass.
Right. And then he would have been justified. That's right. You beating up an old man, your father at that. Right. Even if so, yeah, that's all that.
Okay, is that on the scriptures too? All right, so hey, we hope that's edifying for y'all to understand that this world is out of order, and motherfuckers are talking about and trying to come out and talk about shit that they thought was going to give them satisfaction, but it didn't. But this, like I said, this is a man, a reputable man in y'all's eyes, but in the Lord's eyes, he looks like shit. Okay, so this isn't where you want to be. Get your mind right and understand how you're supposed to serve and follow the Lord and get out of this fucking world and what it is they telling you is good. But God, they putting evil for good and good for evil. So with that, we want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rekakwadash. Double honors again to the apostles and the elders. So for the hopeful elect, a hearty shalom, and for the rest of the world, a Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.